FLOSSTUBE, it's Leigh from Creative Leigh on Sunday the 28th of April 2024 with FLOSSTUBE 222. Welcome back to my weekly YouTube channel about counted cross stitch. Lovely day here. I think we had our first frost yesterday, but I didn't see a frost this morning, but I'm not sure I woke up early enough, or I should say, I'm not sure I got up early enough to see it, if there was one. But yeah, certainly yesterday was a bit chilly in the morning. Ooh, firmly into autumn now. Winter is coming. Yeah, been don't remember what last week was like. Pretty busy. Busy with work. And things. Work's just Anzac Day. That's why it was a busy week, because I had to cram 5 days worth of work into 3. But yeah, Thursday was Anzac Day, so a public holiday, and I had lovely Judith and Anne around for a lovely quiet afternoon of stitching, as in it was just lovely and quiet. It's very quiet where I live. And we had lunch and just socialised and caught up, which was really nice. And then yesterday, finally, at least 2 of us met for a very, very belated birthday dinner that had been moved 5 times. But one of the 3 of us couldn't make it, but I had said we're not moving it again. Even if I went on my own, I was going to dinner. So we went to El Matador, which is like Argentinian-esque barbecue. I don't think it's as good as it used to be. I used to go there at least once a year with friends. We sort of did our pre-Christmas treat. And I feel like, compared to like 5 years ago, I wasn't that impressed. How's Dad doing? He's okay. He's just finding everything harder. Yeah, had a good old natter with him yesterday. I'll see him again, and this time in May I'll be visiting with him. So we'll talk about some stitching stuff. I do have something, a stash acquisition. This is care of the lovely Judith. She picked this up when she was in the States on one of her trips last year, I think. And she bought just a bunch of kind of off-cutty fabrics, so weird sizes from one of the stitchy stores she went to. I want to say, I don't remember. I don't remember which one, but anyway, I've labelled it. It's a 40 count Thornfield from Needle and Flax, and I've never had Needle and Flax, I don't think. It's a long kind of, so that's how wide it is. It's, I did measure it. It's 34 inches by 14 inches. So, and yeah, just quite a long, obviously 34 inches, but quite highly mottled. So I have no idea what I'll stitch on this, but I appreciate having it in my stash. I can report there is no scent to the Needle and Flax fabric, because that's important, that we know what it smells like. But yeah, I just I need to give it an overlock at some stage when I get the old machine out of the cupboard. My poor old overlock is really not doing too well, and I probably need to replace it, but not until I have a new job. So that's that. I think that's, yeah, I didn't buy anything else this week, but I got quite a bit of stitching done, so I'm quite impressed. So let's show you what that is. Last week I tried to get a finish, by last Sunday I tried to get a finish on The Long Way Home by Tempting Tangles Designs, and I had a little bit of back stitching to do. I think I thought it might be about 2 hours. I think it was about 2 hours 40, and I did get it finished on Sunday. So this was started on the 27th of February 2023 and finished on the 20th of April 2024 on 36 count Arctic Glacier linen from Seraphim Fabrics, using my own silk conversion. Anyway, so yeah, all the little back stitching around the little houses and the little 2 houses down there. So that's all I really had to do. Hey! So very thrilled to get another finish in the bag, especially one from my stash, from my whip pile that I brought into the year, is really what I was trying to say. So that was, yeah, 2-3 hours to get that finished, which was very exciting. Then I went and looked through the pile, and this needed some love. So Remember Me by Teresa Kogut. And this was a stash sampler start, bonus start number 9. I started on the 24th of September last. I've got the wrong. What year are we? 2023? 2024? It's 2024, right? Oh my gosh, I wrote the wrong year down. I started this last year, 2023. Dope. And on 36 count weathered linen from number 12 Stitch Co. Love their linen. And using sort of the core for DMC, I've added a couple of colours in, which we'll talk about in a minute. Last time I showed you this, whatever, I'll show you when I hold it up. So I've got quite a bit more border done. When you last saw it, so all of this inner border is new. I am using the wrong colour because I picked up the wrong colour. The dark brown is supposed to be the other dark brown. It's supposed to be the dark brown that's in here. Oh, I think I've got to add, oh, I do need to add some stitches into this one I've missed. But so I picked up that dark brown instead of the dark brown that's in the other dark brown. It's more of a greeny, especially that greeny brown here. They're mine, who cares? Doesn't matter. But so new is essentially from here up is pretty much new. I think I had that border. So pretty much all of that's new. And on this side, from about here, all up is new. So I did quite a lot. And what have I changed? So those darker berries, these berries here, I went the next shade up in whatever those two colours were. So that is supposed to be the same colour as like that and the inside of that. But I just wanted to add a bit of a brighter colour, and also that flower there I did the same in that bright colour. So there's 2 or 3 of those flowers, they're all going to be the brighter colour, and all of these little buds I'm doing the darker colour as well, just to give it a little bit, it was a little bit soft for me, so I've just given it a pop. The other thing that's different is on the mock-up, on the pattern, these 2 flowers here, they have this darker pink inside and then a border, and they're not stitched on the inside. Now on this mock-up, that fabric is probably the colour they wanted them to be, I don't know. But my fabric sort of got a slight sort of lavender tinge to it. So I grabbed another colour, essentially like 948 or something, I don't know, a fleshy colour, and I filled in my 2 flowers. So that's the only 2 that are on the chart, just because this lavendery sort of grey didn't really, it was quite obvious you hadn't stitched it, so that's different as well. But yeah, almost at the top. So this is pretty much, the top border goes across from here, and this one has another one of those. These flowers here is up here, and then that's sort of the top of that border as well. So I'm pretty much almost at the top. So I'm very excited about that. And yeah, it's a fun, I really enjoy stitching this border because it's all random. I mean, there's bits that are repeated, but they're not mirrored or anything. So, you know, you got that flower 3 times, and this flower 3 times. Yeah, so yeah, got quite a bit of that done. Very pleased. I'm using a paper chart, so I have no idea what percentage I'm at. It doesn't really matter. I've got it broken now. And then had a look at what else I hadn't stitched on for a little while, and I pulled out TGA Redwork Sampler from Just Stitching Along. This was another stash sampler start on the 5th of August, just for people who hadn't been around then. I hooked up with Nerissa from Nerissa's Stitching Lifestyle, and she was planning to do 8 sampler starts from her stash in August and September last year. So I decided to join the club since I had a bunch of samplers kitted up, and I came up with the hashtag stash sampler start, or stash sampler stitching if you were stitching on whips. And then I ended up starting 9 because there were kind of 9 weeks in that period, which was that bonus one I just showed you. Anyway, so TGA Redwork Sampler, I need to put my initials in, so I've charted them sort of in the style of how TGA is sort of, it's a slightly different alphabet than what is on the other alphabet, so I've got to put that in yet. But I'm using 35 count shortbread linen from Country Stitch, using my own overdyed conversion, not fully following the placement of various colours. I'm just having a bit of a random, and my colours are, my green's very much brighter, my blue's a little more teal. Anyway, here she is. I hadn't stitched on this for a little while, and I basically put in that whole alphabet. So this alphabet, that little doofer, that little thing was there, and I put in a little bit of green around this. So the red was already there, but I put the green in, and that was because I needed a few stitches just to get me up to 70%. So pretty much that alphabet and that little bit of green was just on 20% of this overall chart. So this is at 70% now. And yay, I've got 2 alphabets to do. So I've got a wee alphabet and then an even more wee alphabet with a couple of little fiddly bits. Then I've got this sort of floral band to put in here, and that little cat dog, I'm not sure what it is, I think it's meant to be a cat, and my initials that I've charted. So, well, I mean it's 30% because Pat Keeper tells me it's 30% I've got to do. So I'm very excited about that. Like, it's getting pretty close to a finish. And that was there, that big alphabet was, you know, quite a bit of stitching, 20%. Yay. So I'm really pleased with how that is. So that's getting very close to a finish, and we like that. And then when on Thursday, and then I carried on Friday, again I did no stitching yesterday, I hadn't yet stitched my hashtag leap year sale for whatever month we're in, April, month 2, which is my 48 months stitch along. So while the girls were here on Thursday, I picked up Procession of Princesses by Vivsters on Etsy. This is obviously a very modern interpretation of an artwork by Vittorio Sechin. I think it's called Aladdin, or it's from 1001 Nights, but it's Aladdin. I don't know, I can't remember. Very bright, love it. And this is I'm stitching this on 20 count Ivory Aida from Zweigart using Call for GMC. I think there's a metallic in there as well. So this one I started on the 29th of February, and I'm stitching, my goal is to stitch 1700 stitches per month to keep on track. So for Procession of Princesses, I met my target. So I actually stitched 1699, but I had stitched 1708 in at the end of February, so I'm on track now. I've got my goal to be by the end of April was at 34,000 stitches, and I'm at 34,007 stitches, so I met that goal. And I'm working, I will work on today, tomorrow, Tuesday, before the end of the month. I'll work on my other leap year stitch that I'm doing too, because I'm greedy, which is Women in Profile, and that's approximately double. Oh, not quite double, it's just over 2,500 stitches a month. Here we are, here she is. So given, so last time you saw it, all of that's new. All of the black, so I hadn't had any of the blacks. I put all the black back stitching in, and all of the black, I think it's black, and there's a bit of blue. So yeah, all of that's pretty much new. That blue was largely there, and I put the red into some of those little flowers and stuff. So yeah, all the black, all the red, and then all of this bit over here. So I've got one of the blues into that little hillocky thing. What is it? Is it a hillocky thing? Oh, flower bed or whatever. So I'm working in this flower bed here. So, and started pulling in these flowers. So when anyway, it's kind of cool. So I'm like, when I pick it up again, I'll be looking to fill in more of these whatchamacallits, and then probably come through, like, judging by the amount, I probably will get all of that filled in, and probably can get all the gaps filled into here. Will probably be about 1700 stitches, and then anything more I can then carry on with the black and stuff. Kind of last time when I first started this, I hadn't pulled any 310, so I stitched a whole lot of color, but then I was like, well, I want to try and broadly complete as I go, so I don't, before I get stitched too further on. So like when I was stitching this black outline here, I just stopped. When that thread ran out here, I didn't carry on, I just came back in, so I can fill in this bit, and then I'll carry on up or over, I don't know where I'll go. But anyway, it's looking so vivid. It's such an awesome chart, so I recommend Vivsters charting. It's pretty cool. So yeah, it's a fun stitch. So that's going away now until May. Who knows, I might carry on with it next week and do my stitching kind of early. I'm not sure. So I still want to finish. Need to finish the women in profile stitching. So that's what I'll be stitching on tonight and tomorrow night and Tuesday. To get that finished, that should be fine. I think I've got a whole bunch of black to stitch, so it'll just be a whole bunch of 310 probably. 310 and 93983, a dark blue. Can't remember what colour it is. So yeah, that's my stitching. So 4 projects and a finish. So yay. Very excited. And then I thought May's coming up. I don't do mania or monogamous May, or I don't know, but I sort of feel like doing something. So I was having a look through my retirement savings, my box of kitted up stuff, and I realised I had 4 projects kitted up on blue/lavender fabrics, which is, not what I usually stitch on, although I did just finish a project on blue fabric. And they're all sort of gardeny and birdie butterfly-y. So I've decided I'm going to start 3 gardeny type projects on blue fabric in May. Why? I don't know, because I couldn't think of anything that started with M. So garden stitching, that's what I don't know. I showed you this a while ago. I pulled this out to start. I just hadn't got around to it, so about time I started. So and I don't have a Carolyn Manning on the go, so I'm going to start Birdie Boulevard. I talked about, I've got 3 more of this series kitted up. The DMC, so I don't pull the DMC for this sort of project. I just grabbed my containers and grabbed the colour and put it back. I don't kit up per se, I just use my master set. So I'm going to start Birdie Boulevard, which is going to be on 28 count Lugana, and the colour Little Boy Blue from Country Stitch, and charted DMC. Yay! That's what that fabric looks like. Very pretty. So that's project 1. The next one, I've had this kitted up for ages, and it's a physical chart, so I better take that to work and photocopy it. It's from the Blue Flower Butterfly Garden, and it's kind of random. I kind of like how random it is. It is charted in Anchor and DMC. I've got DMC pulled. I don't think you need that much of any one colour, so I just pulled bits off of my master set. Most of these I was being cheap, and I've got 2 colours on each floss drop because you don't probably need that much. And the fabric that I have pulled is 36 Eccentric Sky from Fortnite Fabrics. So that's a fabric from the past, isn't it? And this is just a wee piece that every time, I swear I go through my kits and my projects, and when I get the overlocker out and I overlock everything. And then I find one where I didn't. And I'm like, I've gone through that box that many times anyway. So it's very bold. That's what the model was stitched on. What was the model stitched on? 40 count dwarf linen from Picture This Plus. So I've gone slightly bigger, 36 count, but I had this Eccentric Sky. I feel like I might have won this in a giveaway from them years ago. And then it went missing and took 9 months to get to me. Anyway, but yeah, so, I've already photocopied a whatchamacallit, working copy. Who knew? I've already photocopied it. And it's got some long stitches and French knots for the butterfly antenna, which will be fun. That's going to be one of my garden-y starts because it's on, I don't know, again, I've got these 3 projects with bluish fabric. This is more lavender. And the other one, which I've had kitted up for ages, this is like was kitted up before I did my 50 at 50s, and so was the butterfly one. They were both in the box when I went into 20, what year are we? 22 for my 50 at 50. And this is the Peacock Keeper by Lindy Stitches. Some of you have been around for a long time, know I went a bit mad for peacocks for a while. Haven't stitched a peacock for ages. Had this kitted up for ages. And this is on 36 count rose petals linen from Country Stitch. This wasn't one I picked, like this was when I was getting mystery fabric, my mystery club from Country Stitch, so I would probably not have chosen this myself, but it's pretty. But it's definitely more lavender than blue, but it's still kind of bold. So more purple than what the mock-up is or the model is. And I'm using my own conversion, and I think I've got silks and cottons, and some of these might change because since I kitted this up, I've got a whole bunch more. Doesn't feel like there's enough flosses in here, but I've gone with a slightly brighter palette and moved away from the pink. So these flowers here remind me of fuchsias, and the fuchsias that I'm familiar with are more fuchsia. What did I choose? These two, I think, for my fuchsias will be these 2 colours. So the really purpley blue and or bluey purple and the fuchsia-y magenta. So my fuchsia is going to be that, and I don't even know. I've just got random colours in here. Peacocky colours. These are the peacocky colours. I don't know why my fingers aren't working today. I've overused everything and my muscles are spasming. So I've got a Tom and Lily Fougere Silks for You PR062 and a Silks for You PR041. Yeah, so a mixture of cotton and silk. And again, I might pull in some extra colours now that I've got more since when I kitted this up. But it's kind of a little bit brighter. It'll be fun. I do love it. So the saying is a little nonsense now and then is relished by the wisest men. And it's a quote from Roald Dahl, and I'm excited about it. So I'm going to start there. So what am I going to do? Am I going to start them like it's 3 projects? And what is it? May has 31 days. If I keep the first, which is Wednesday, so the first I really need to give my that New Zealand sample that I can never remember what it's called. that I'm stitching for my niece. I need to give that some love because I missed that last month. So I'm going to pick that up and do at least one of the birds. And I've got Owen to go on that. So the first will be that. That leaves me 30 days. So then I figure every 10 days I'll have one of these start. So within the 10 days I'll start one of these. And that way I get 3. And it's very random, nothing to do with May. But I just felt like all 3 of these have been in there for a little while, particularly the butterflies and the peacocks. They've been in that box since 2021 at least, and it's 2024, so let's get them started. Because I don't have enough whips. I do have enough whips. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I don't know, maybe I'll start them, I don't know. I don't know when, I'll just start them within that 10-day period, and that way I get 3 new things in May. They have nothing to do with May, but it's fun to do new starts and be random. And join me with some other random thing that means nothing to do with May. Yeah, that's what I'm planning to do, just to get things out of the box is getting a bit stuffed, to be fair. I have written down what I'm stitching for each of the colours, each of the symbols, but who knows whether that makes any sense at all. I'm very excited about that, excited about the butterflies, excited about Birdie Boulevard. I'll probably start with Birdie Boulevard because it's the biggest, and I'll start with getting what I call the stretch, the box in, and that way I can anchor off. These I usually stitch, I get the box in, and then I stitch, because I like to stitch up, so I stitch that row and that row, then I'll flip it and I'll stitch that row and that row, and then I'll stitch that side and that side, and then I'll flip it and then I'll stitch that side and that side. Like, it works for me because, yeah, and I've already got the chart, the working copy. I know where the top is. You do get a bit rotated with this. Very excited because this one only has the mock-up on the picture and it is meh, and these always look way amazing, and they're sort of quirky and whimsical, and I don't do a lot of quirky and whimsical, but some things I enjoy being quirky and whimsical. Maybe it's whimsical May. Again, that doesn't have anything, like, it's not alliteration or anything. However, these are all kind of whimsical, you know, and semi-whimsical. I don't know. Like, if you can think of some other cool, some kind of pithy name for what I'm doing, I don't really care. I'm going to see you later. Thanks for coming along. As always, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm very thirsty. I'm going to go have a drink, tidy this up, and fold some laundry, and then, yeah, see what else is going to happen this fine, beautiful, sunny day. Take care, and as always, don't let your needles rust. Ciao.